Wow, what a week. Started off in Lincoln against my former teammate, Connie Oy, who has done a tremendous job at the University of Nebraska. And it was a very good game from start to finish. We knew it was going to be extremely physical. We didn't think that we would shoot it as poorly as we did early. I think we missed 12, 14 straight shots, something like that. But we found a way to only be down 3, so our defense came through for us again at half. Really struggled again in the third quarter. I think we got down 8, 9, but our bench came in and did a great job, starting with Michaela Morgan. She hit a big 3 for us. Hannah Schoenhart hit a big 3. Angie Davison hit a big 3, and that allowed Madison Weekly to get in a rhythm, and we was able to get some key stops and key rebounds, and found a way to come away with a huge victory for us in our program and to move on in the WNIT. And we were all hoping as we left the locker room in Lincoln that we would be able to host coming home, and we got that news a little bit later, and obviously our kids were extremely excited about the opportunity to come back home and play. To play Drake for a third time. I think anytime you play someone a third time, it's extremely hard. But what a great environment. Thanks to our fans, it was a great game. Charnay Lamar put on a show for everyone. Not only did she break the single season assist record, she also broke the WNIT single game record with 15 assists to just 1 turnover, and she had that 1 turnover in the last 40 seconds. And when you think about 15 assists to just 1 turnover for someone who has the basketball in their hands 98% of the time, that's incredible. Literally incredible. And she does an amazing job of getting her teammates the basketball where they can score, and that game was no different. Our defense was tremendous going into that game. As our 2 previous games with them, we had an emphasis on transition defense. Drake does a great job of scoring in transition. They do a great job of scoring from the 3, both in transition and the half court. And we won that basketball game on our defense. I don't think they had any transition points. If they did, it was just 2, and we did a tremendous job of guarding the 3-point line. So again, we was able to rely on our defense, and then our offense got going there too. Amber Sorensen got back on track. Steph Davison was amazing, hit back-to-back 3s to really allow us to breathe. And then Madison Weekly hit a couple for us down the stretch. But again, what a great team effort in both of those wins this weekend. You saw it at Nebraska with our bench, our younger kids coming in. Matter of fact, at the end of that game, we had all young kids in, and then obviously against Drake, our seniors came through again. But I couldn't be more proud of this team. And no matter what happens at South Dakota, we're going to enjoy this. And I said that last week, but what a tremendous group of young people. And I couldn't be more happy to be playing again for our seniors. We played South Dakota earlier in the year. They're a lot different team. We played them in early December without their best player, 2-time Player of the Year, Nicole Seekamp, and she is tremendous. She had 18 points and 14 assists yesterday at Minnesota. South Dakota is very good offensively. They're extremely efficient. They shoot almost 46% from the field as a team, and almost 36% from the field from the 3-point line as a team. So they're extremely efficient. We're going to have to be able to mix it up defensively, and to be quite honest, we're going to have to be able to score with them as well. But we're looking forward to the opportunity, and to just be one of the teams still playing in the country on the women's side is a tremendous honor and something well-deserved for this team. So we are looking forward to going to Vermillion and hopefully it being a great game. Are there any questions?
Given how early in the season that matchup was, is there anything film-wise or strategy-wise you can take away from that game to move into this one, or is it just focusing on what both teams have done recently?
To be honest, it's focusing on what both teams have done recently because Nicole Seecamp is back and she did not play in that game. And she does so much for them. She has the uncanny ability to know exactly when to take over and when to get everyone else involved. She's as good as I've seen at the point guard position, and she has great size. Unbelievable vision. She can shoot the three. She has the mid-range, and they can post her. So she presents a huge problem for a lot of people.
You know, given how the late season is and how quick the turnarounds are, how much do you appreciate this time around having some more time to rest and prepare for South Dakota?
It's interesting that you would say that because not only obviously did we take yesterday off, but we took today off too. Right now it's extremely important that we rest and recover. Our kids do a very good job of getting locked into the game plan. This will be no different, but we felt as a staff, with it being this late in the season and the amount of minutes that we've played, all of those things, that it was extremely important that we use today also as a rest and recovery day, and then come back obviously tomorrow and work on some South Dakota stuff. Are there any other questions? I would too like to say congratulations to our men for a tremendous season. What an incredible 2 months of basketball that we were able to witness by watching those guys, how they play and how they truly handle themselves. After watching that press conference last night, I was in tears, but just being able to watch how they handled themselves is a lesson that we all can learn, and hats off to those guys for a tremendous season.